Hi, I'm Kate Taylor from The Nocturnal.
My name is Nina and I play the character Kurt on the show Betty.
I'm Moon Bear and I play Honey Bear on Betty.
I'm Dee Dee Lovelace and I play Janae on Betty.
And how have your characters developed this season?
Okay. My character is definitely growing up a lot more than last time. Realizing they mess up on their own this time. Much less denial. And apologies much quicker.
I think Honey Bear is still like having trouble with communicating, but towards like the end of the season, you see that like she like got a little bit better at communicating and exploring like relationship with her partner, Ash.
Janae definitely is still stubborn, but she's learning and still very much so for her community and for her family. But you see this season, you see a side of her that you didn't get to see last season. She's a more vulnerable side, a more sensual side, a more sexy side, a more outgoing, that young, youthful, early 20s person.
Most, exciting scene or something that you really enjoyed being covered?
Putting boys in their place. Yep.
There's a scene where I'm with two other characters and we're kind of having like a discussion about our situation. And I think it was really good to have that in the show because of the dynamic with that group. I don't know how much I'm supposed to say about like the episodes in the show, but I think it's good for people that have like a sort of a non-monogamous relationship to like see that on screen of how it gets discussed.
I appreciate real quick. I just appreciate one scene when I'm talking to my cousin. We're on the steps of the apartment that I live in, and he's talking about COVID and how small businesses have been affected, and just like understanding how that's been, along with gentrification. I really appreciate that being touched on in this season.
So I want to ask a little bit more about the cast. So out of all the cast, who's the funniest? Who would you say is kind of an old soul? Is there someone who's always eating? Is there someone like who's the most energetic? Kind of give some relatives to the rest of your castmates.
This is
Cast,
yeah.
Who's always
I'm definitely an old soul. I'm like an aunt. Like I stay home. I'm like, oh, you guys are so cute.
I'm really funny, but Dee's pretty funny too. Like,
That's true.
yeah.
But she got it. But I'm
Yeah.
next. And then Moonbear over here is like she's like the one that like keeps all the receipts on everybody. On everybody, and then we'll like show, oh no, that didn't happen because I have in my footage here, I have in my notes here.
And she got nice boobies in there. Out.
Rochelle is kind of like how she is in the show. But we love her though. Like she's very youthful and like she's very, very curious and just like super fun. And then Johnny is like, what is she like? Like free spirited, like kind of weird, artsy and weird.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you first met each other? Like, what were your first impressions?
Well, my experience is different because I met everybody different places. So I met everybody separately, but they met each other at the same time.
I met the rest of them because you introduced me to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Before anything happened.
Yeah.
First impressions. Dang, this is like a while ago. Like this has been like some of it 5 years ago.
What was your first impression of me?
I met you at Chelsea, I think.
So
I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like cool. I was like, girl skater, cool.
I remember you. We were in the gym class. You came up to me.
No, we weren't in gym class. It was on the staircase outside.
No, also in gym class.
Oh.
In gym class, you came up to me and you said something to me about how you see me at Chelsea.
Oh, yeah. My first impression of Nina was like, oh my gosh, girl skater, I have to talk to her or else I'm never gonna see her again. I'm gonna be alone forever.
I
That's
was
what
the
I
only
thought.
girl skater in the school besides her, so yeah.
So what songs do you have to listen to when you're skating?
Oh,
This song by Gorgon City, but I forget which one because I like them all, but it's a house music, yes. And that's really it. Everything that's house, everything house music, that's it.
all right, let me find out. Nina, I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I don't really listen to music when I'm skating. It's distracting for me.
I have these really cool Bluetooth headphones now, so I can skate and not break my phone in my pocket. So I I listen when I'm working out and when I'm skateboarding. I listen to Nas, Made You Look. It gets me really hyped, and I'm like, I gotta get this trick.
Ooh.
So how has skating changed in the pandemic?
I do it way less.
Yikes.
Like I still have
Nah,
anxiety
it's the same.
for me.
Everybody's outside again.
Yeah,
I don't
People
know.
took a break because skate parks were closed, but
yeah.
they open now, so
Yeah.
it's the same.
Yeah.
For me at least. Yeah.
No, it's more scary for me.
Personally, it's been a challenge. I mean, well, during the height of COVID, everybody was kind of just trying to figure out like what basketball park
Mhm.
they can like skate flat ground in. But yeah, now it's kind of opened up more, so it's better.
So how are you different from your characters on screen?
Well, I'm older than my character by like a lot. Well, enough.
How
So
old is your character?
maybe like 20, early 20s. I'm not early 20s
I know.
So like it's just like it's weird. Like it's kind of cool to go back to that version of myself. But now since I've grown past that part, it's like, oh, like this is what I did when I was young. And it's like cool to see like the growth of like me. And I'm still, of course, I still have things that I need to work on, but it's, it's a journey. It's a lifelong journey.
Janae she has qualities of me. We share qualities, but I wouldn't say I'm too similar to her. She's very headstrong and in terms of gathering people and bringing people together. I appreciate community, but I'm not as forceful with bringing people together. I'm a little bit more lenient. I'm like, if you want to come, that's nice. If you don't, if you can't make it, that's all right too. We still love you. I feel like she gets up really early in the morning. She goes to skate parks. I don't do that. I get up sometimes early at home and then I leave and I go to the skate park like later on in the day and I tell my friends, hey, if you want to come, I'll be here. And that's it. But we have certain qualities and some we don't.
My character can be really. She don't think all the time, right? So she doesn't use her brain as much as I use my brain, basically. And also, it takes her a while to apologize a lot of the time. That's not how I am, really. How I look at my character is like, I'm a puzzle. She's my pieces put together in a different way, but some are bigger than other pieces and some are smaller than myself. So like we're similar, but we got a lot of differences too. Yeah.
Also, I would say Janae is way more stubborn than I am. I'm not that stubborn in real life.
Okay, and then so what is the best advice you've received from another castmate? So it could be on life, it could be on skating, it could be on anything.
Oh man, damn,
Best
yo.
advice from another castmate?
Nina got me out of a really bad place when I was about to quit skateboarding,
I remember
yo.
that.
I don't even know. I wouldn't even say there was one thing, but just like her personality, her energy, it really got me out of my own head and really grateful for it. So I just think her as a person.
Advice? What's the best advice that a castmate has given you? That's the question, right?
Yeah.
Wait, tell me one time. Nah, I feel like you told me some shit when I was younger and you were way older than me and we were trying to go. I'm trying to learn about. I know she said something to me, probably about money too.
About like organizing yourself.
Yeah.
It was something about something. I don't know. You gotta talk about it.
It's also really hard because a lot of things she says to me was years ago, so I can't really remember. Didi, what she said to me. Sorry, I can't answer this question.
If you can sum up this season in one word, what would you use?
Watch out.
That's 2 words.
I remember.
Intense. Intense. Intense.
Mine was like
Watch
one.
out.
It was like it can be like one word.
What's your word?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy your weekend.
Hi, I'm Kate Taylor from the Nocturnal.
My name is Ajani, and I play Indigo.
My name is Rochelle and I play Camille.
The season in one word.
One word. I feel like it's
Communication.
Adventure.
Magic.
Yeah, definitely magic. Definitely magic.
That's a hard question.
So you're now in your sophomore season. So what have you learned about yourselves since last season? So yourselves, not your character.
Season.
The person behind the character.
Well, definitely like did not take the season for granted. And we were all excited to be working during quarantine, which was a big deal. And also I think it was like more opportunity to tell more stories and go deeper into the story rather than having it like be an establishing season. Like we knew the characters, so that was fun and just got to know ourselves more as people as well as characters because it is so meshed, between our lives.
And then, so how do you differ from your characters?
My character Indigo is like the way our backgrounds are very different. It doesn't sound so different. Like we're both from New York City, but she's from Soho and I'm from Brooklyn. Very different to grow up in these places and like what type of environment you might grow up in. And I think that is reflected in how she navigates the world and how she makes decisions. Yeah, season 2, I feel like our differences were really defined. Like I could make decisions and I was like, okay, this is what Indigo would do. It's not in the first season, it was more like, okay, how would I do this? How would I do this? Because essentially we were playing younger versions of ourselves or ourselves in whenever stuff was happening that we're referring to in the scenes. But second season, like I feel like her character was really defined and I got that separation. I was like, okay, this is who Indigo is and now I can play her.
I think Camille is definitely a little bit more naive than I am in real life. Like I'm definitely naive, but not like that. And I think one thing about Camille is she really struggles with like wanting people to like her, like the wrong people to like her. And I feel like I don't have that. Maybe I think I did in the past though. Just part of growing up.
So what was your favorite scene to shoot this season without giving away too many spoilers?
My favorite scenes were when Camille and I were at dinner. That doesn't give away too much.
Yeah, that was definitely fun. That was like the most that was like legit acting.
Yeah. Definitely have to really commit to those
Yeah.
scenes
Playing
and those
drunk and
looks.
stuff, that was actually fun. I had the whole summer to practice.
Yeah, playing, just yeah. Can't give away too much. I'm like, what can I say?
It was
Not that.
fun.
So how has studying film affected your acting?
Honestly, I was so lucky to be able to, we're all so lucky to be able to be on set. Like we kind of started getting into this like with Skate Kitchen and stuff right when we started college. And so that was really cool. And I'm in school for screenwriting, and it's been great because I've been able to learn, how to actually write in like screenplay format. And then this season I was able to help write an episode. And actually one of the writers on the show was my teacher in school. So it was kind of like weirdly worked out.
Okay, so I want to go way back until when you first picked up skateboard to both of you. What was that feeling like, and what convinced you to start skateboarding?
You want to go first?
So my role model growing up, I was like, oh my God, she's so cool. I want to skateboard. I want to be like her. Was Reggie from Rocket Power. And she's a cartoon. She doesn't exist in real life. I'm like, oh, she's brown. She has like textured hair. She skateboards with the dude. She's so cool. And then, but I didn't have the confidence in myself to really start skating. I would look at the skating community, skating world, and like, oh, it's white men. Like, that's not really somewhere I want to put myself. And then I met Nina, and Nina was like, yeah, I skate. I love to skate. So I'm gonna keep doing it. And I want more women to skate. I think it's so, I think for her, it was like frustrating to see so many women with the desire to skate, but the desire to skate and then the fear of joining it because of whether it's like you won't be accepted or you're going to get shit for skating, and so many people tell you that you can't do something because you're a woman or of your identity, and so she had the confidence in me that I didn't have in myself, and she gave me a skateboard and she was like, now you can't say you can't skate. And so I've been thankful to her for that ever since.
I started skating when I was 12, like right around my 12th birthday. And before that, I was all into team sports. Like I was into like every sport. But skateboarding, for some reason, I feel like I liked it more because I made the rules. There are no rules, and there are different styles that you can pick up. You can do it on your own time. You can stop when you want to, and there's no team you have to depend on, like it depends on you, and that toxic, weird soccer mom situation. That's not a thing. And also it's like, if you want to get better, it's up to you. So I really gravitate toward that. And I also think it's like just a great thing for a lot of young girls to do, because it really teaches you like confidence and like willpower and all these great things that I think a lot of kids need, especially now.
So what is your best skating memory? So something that really stood with you, or a moment you're proud of, a move you're proud of when you first learned it, or something like that.
Something that, one thing that like I love is when I see like young girls, like if when you skate by and like a little girl's with her mom and she just like kind of looks and they just look at you skate, or the mom will be like, look, it's like a girl like you. And that's what I like, because it's like, wow. I don't know, because I remember doing that as a kid, like looking at people and being like, whoa. And they didn't even have to be doing anything special, just inspiring. Like I saw this one girl, she was just holding a board. She didn't even go on it. And I thought that was so sick. So things like that.
I don't really have a favorite skating memory, but there's definitely been instances, I think especially when I'm in different countries, where I realize just how inclusive the skateboarding community is. And like for example, one time I was in Panama visiting my family. I didn't have my skateboard, and I was like, upset about something, and I walked outside and I saw a boy with a skateboard, and I was like, I'm gonna follow him. And then I found the skate park, and then I found some kids, and I was like, can I borrow your board? And they let me skate. We played skate, and like we had such a good day, and I didn't know them. And yeah, or like in Japan where I don't speak the language, and some of those skaters may not speak English, but the bond that we shared and like the connection we had instantly over skateboarding was still evident. And like, so
That's sick.
I think it's like the connections that I make through skateboarding, like the unexpected and spontaneous ones, that really are important to me.
So what is the worst advice you've received about skating, or just coming into the community, something like that?
I think something that people say is like, don't be scared. That's like the worst advice you can give someone, I think, because that's how like, I
Till
don't
you
know,
get hurt.
you have to be scared, but you have to like, one thing that this one skater, CJ in the show told me this.
Yeah.
He was like, I was trying to skate this thing. He's one of the best skateboarders in the show. And I was scared, and he skates these crazy handrails. And I was like, how come you're not scared? How are you not scared? He was like, I'm never not scared. I'm always terrified, but I just kind of like accept it. And then, I don't know, it works.
Mine, there's like two that I've been listening to while I've been skating lately, and that's Vampires Will Never Hurt You by My Chemical Romance. And then what's it called? Veronica by Aqua Time.
It's called Walking on a Dream, by the way.
Yeah.
What is something you want audiences to take away from your character this season?
I guess my character, the most like important thing for her was how flexible she became and dealing with all of the things that were thrown at her. And yeah, just how to be resourceful and while staying true to yourself and standing up for yourself and learning when to say no.
Yeah, my character definitely learning when to say no and really questioning her motive and what she really wants and the intentions of everything she does. Because a lot of times you think you want something, but you really don't. And I think that's the case with her.
Season was great, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.